Hi, this is Jeannie, and this is Jeannie Goes to the Movies. This is going to be my spoiler review of the movie Rambo Last Blood. So, if I go to the spoiler part, you can stop. But if you've already seen the film, you can watch the whole video. I do apologize, it's just that I'm feeling a bit lazy recently because I have full-time work and I do this on the side, this YouTube podcasting, writing books on the side, aside from having like a really hectic full-time schedule. And yeah, so if you're a fan of Rambo, the original one, you might be pretty disappointed with this film because well, I wouldn't be nice, but they shouldn't have made this film. I mean, they should just have let Rambo rest and shouldn't have made more Rambo films unless they felt that they really had like the plot and the story, taken care of. But this movie, it seems like it shouldn't have been made. That's just my opinion. But if you're like a Rambo fan and you love all things Rambo, so definitely you watch this movie and you might enjoy it because it's not a boring film. It's actually really enjoyable and it's engaging, and it's just that the plot though, because it seems like it borrows elements from certain movies, and I'm not going to reveal too much where they got the plot from because that's going to be a spoiler. So I'm going to mention it in the latter part of the video. And action wise, it has a lot of action. I mean, action sequences, death scenes, gory parts. I think that what makes this stand out for me is that it's very gory, and there's like scenes here that's like, oh, okay, I can't believe they went there. They went too far. I mean, I love action films, but sometimes I have a limit, and I love gory slash flicks, gory films, but I also have a limit as well as to what I can handle, I think. So it's pretty realistic, which is a plus. And Sylvester Stallone, his character here is this old, really tired guy who has like a lot to live for, and then when his whole reason for existence is taken from him, he has gone back to his old ways, which is to do what he does best. So I probably have seen Rambo 1 to 3. I haven't seen the Rambo in 2008, I think. Yeah, most probably I haven't. And then I saw this one, so I skipped one. I forgot the plot already, but I know, I guess it's ages ago. I think the first Rambo film came out in the 80s, the early 80s, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it was about the Vietnam War. He was like John Rambo is veteran, Vietnam veteran or something. And he goes into battles with evil guys and he kills them rather, violently. So I was a fan of the first two Rambo films because for me, I think it really defined the action genre. And it's kind of sad because there's really no one that is replacing Sylvester Stallone as the action hero, and Arnold as well. So they're aging, and they didn't really pass on the mantle, or people don't like action films as much as they used to. And I know that there's The Rock, but that's it. I don't think someone has stepped up to Arnold and Sylvester Stallone level, which is kind of sad because action films, they're really fun, they're really neat, and I really love them. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just stepping away from the camera a bit. So now I'm going to go into the spoiler part of the film, which is the plot. So I'm pretty disappointed in this part because Rambo Last Blood copies from Liam Neeson's Taken, and it's pretty obvious because in this film he has a stepdaughter or an adoptive daughter figure who gets snatched away. Instead of evil Eastern European guys or gangs, she's snatched away by Mexican gangs. So yeah, and it's the same premise. Like, she gets drugged and she's sold as like let's just say like it's literally the same plot, like the flesh trade. So she is thrust into that flesh trade. And since this is a spoiler, so I'm gonna have to tell you that she got killed, and which is one of the most touching parts of the film, I guess, because I thought at least that she was gonna make it, and I didn't think that they were gonna go that far. I mean, killing her. But from what I can assess from this film, they just really go there, that extra mile. I found it really violent, that part where he digs in and grabs this person's clavicle and then rips it out from his chest. That one is kind of pretty disturbing. But, it was really realistic, and it was like, whoa, okay, I can't believe they went there. And then, so this movie is also a combination of Taken plus Home Alone. So when he went into his cave and then set up a trap, I said, oh, that's Home Alone. Where's Macaulay Culkin? And it was like really funny in a way when he set up that trap. I said, oh, okay, that's Home Alone. Literally, he is Home Alone, but he, instead of setting up his home, he's setting up not just his home but his ranch and his tunnel. So it's kind of fun the way he eliminated the bad guys, and I swear it's really bloody, it's really messy, and it's just, they just rip out heads and heads blow up, which is, if you're an action fan or a fan of action films, that's pretty satisfying. But some parts are like really like, oh, I can't believe they actually went there, like the beheading of the main bad guy or the second main bad guy. Anyway, it was entertaining for sure, and I might not watch it again, but it was really entertaining. But I wish they had made a better film, because I know there's writers out there that can make something better, like, because his character is a really good character. He started, Rambo represents an action hero, the original action hero, and I wish they made a better last film, but instead I don't know what went on behind the scenes, but they made something that was, let's just say, rushed, and they didn't really put a lot of thought in it, and the plot was not original, which is kind of sad, because like Rambo was the original action hero film. It literally was, it became the mold, actually, and eventually other Hollywood films copied Rambo, or the formula for Rambo, and we see that until now with superhero films and stuff like that. Die Hard films also was because of Rambo. So it's pretty kind of sad, because they didn't give it the Rocky treatment. At least Rocky eventually had its it was remade into something better as well, and then they went into storylines that enhanced the franchise. But this one, it's just a story or a film that didn't really do much justice to the franchise, and the franchise, I have a lot of respect for the franchise because it was at that time in the 80s, it was really groundbreaking in terms of like setting that super or not action, not superhero, but action hero genre. And I really do wish that they would find another Rambo. I mean, maybe another action hero, to fill up the mantle. Because, yeah, those guys, as much as I love Arnie and Sylvester and, Bruce Willis, they're up there. Like, they need to retire. I want to see them in cameos, but yeah, they need to pass on the torch to the younger generation who will hopefully also live up to them, because right now there's literally just The Rock, I think, and Vin Diesel to some degree, but he doesn't have much success outside of the Fast and the Furious genre. Triple X is kind of like 50-50. So I would want to see someone step up, because it's kind of sad, it's a genre that needs to be remade, or not remade, but revived. So that is my movie review for the movie Rambo Last Blood. And yeah, he does go off into the sunset, which is kind of sad, because I grew up watching Sylvester Stallone Rambo films, and it was a part of my childhood, and I think it's a part of most people's childhood. And yeah, if you're a fan and you really have to watch it, I guess if you really have to go watch it. But I'm just telling you that it's not, it doesn't do justice to the franchise. But since you're at this part already, I'm sure you've already seen it. But if you're one of those people that wanna watch spoiler reviews, so yeah, do so. Okay, and that's my movie review for the movie Rambo. Thank you.